Okay, now welcome all participants to another session. Today, our topic is one-way ANOVA. Actually, we have completed MANOVA, one-way MANOVA, and two-way MANOVA. MANOVA is an advanced version. MANOVA is an extension of one-way ANOVA. I have already told you to that ANOVA is an extension of independent t-test. Likewise, MANOVA is an extension of one-way ANOVA. One more test. We have already included one more test in our week 1. That is ANCOVA. ANCOVA test is also related with ANOVA. Now, our topic is one-way ANOVA. I may share my SPSS screen to you. Share SPSS. Okay. I have already entered the variables here. You can see the variables in my screen. When we think about one-way ANOVA, then every test, every parameter test, that should be dependent variable and independent variable. In one-way ANOVA also, there is independent variable and dependent variable. Then there are so many conditions, mandatory assumptions related with the one-way ANOVA also. Certainly, you should check, test those mandatory conditions or assumptions. If those mandatory conditions or assumptions are correct, satisfied, then you can apply, use one-way ANOVA. Then, when we think about dependent variable, the dependent variable should be measured at the interval scale or ratio scale. In SPSS, it is commonly known as scale. Okay, one dependent variable. In one-way ANOVA, one dependent variable. Then independent variable. Your independent variable should consist of one independent variable besides one dependent variable, one independent variable. Your independent variable should consist of two or more categorical independent groups. If independent variable consists of two groups, then you may apply independent t-test. If the independent variable consists of more than two groups, then certainly you can apply one-way ANOVA. That is a common custom related with the one-way ANOVA. Then one dependent variable, one independent variable. Category related with your independent variable. That is more than two, three groups. Then likewise, any number, no problem. But a number exceeding 2, that is very important. Okay, now I may read a common example, a typical example related with the one-way ANOVA. A manager wants to rise the productivity at his company. Manager wants to increase the productivity at his company by increasing the speed at which his employees can use a particular spreadsheet program. As he does not have the skills in-house, he employs an external agency which provides training in this spreadsheet program. They offered 3 courses. Then 3 courses. Agency offered 3 courses to the manager. That may be our independent variable. 3 courses, 3 groups. First, a beginner course. Then second, intermediate course. Then third, advanced course. 3 courses related with the spreadsheet program are available. First one, a beginner course. Second one, intermediate course. Third one, advanced course. He is unsure, manager, which course is needed for the type of work they do at his company. Manager is unsure. Then manager sends 10 employees on the beginner course, 10 on the intermediate, and 10 on the advanced course. 3 different courses. Then course completed. When they all return from the training, the manager gives them a problem to solve using the spreadsheet program and finds how long it will take them to complete the problem. A spreadsheet program is given to beginner course students. A spreadsheet, the same problem is given to intermediate course completed students. The same problem is given to advanced level course completed students. Okay. Then independent variable is course, 3 groups, beginner, intermediate, advanced. The dependent variable time taken by the candidate to solve the problem. That is the dependent variable. He then compare the 3 courses to see if there are any differences in the average time it took to complete the problem. That is a typical problem related with the one-way ANOVA. Then independent variable course, dependent variable time taken to complete this spreadsheet program. Independent variable course, different type of course, beginner, intermediate, advanced. Now I may read the question once again. A manager wants to increase the productivity at his company by increasing the speed at which his employees can use a particular spreadsheet program. As he does not have the skills in-house, he employs an external agency which provides training in this spreadsheet program. They offer 3 courses: a beginner, intermediate, and advanced course. He is unsure which course is needed for the type of work they do at his company. So he sends 10 employees on the beginner course, 10 on the intermediate, and 10 on the advanced course. When they all return from the training, he gives them a problem to solve using the spreadsheet program and finds how long it takes them to complete the problem. He then compares the 3 courses, beginner, intermediate, advanced, to see if there are any differences in the average time it took to complete the problem. Okay. As we know, first you have to write the null hypothesis, then the alternative hypothesis, then participants, what is the null hypothesis? First you have to write the null hypothesis. What is the null hypothesis? There is no statistically significant difference among the group means being compared. I may read again. There is no statistically significant differences among the group means among the group means being compared. Okay. Then alternative hypothesis, there is a statistically significant difference among the group means being compared. Okay. Now, as we know, 2 variables, independent variable course, I have already inserted. It is a nominal variable. Then if it is a nominal variable, certainly you should give the values. Then I have given 1 beginner, 2 intermediate, 3 advanced course. Okay. Then time is the dependent variable, is a scale variable. Then the data view, I have only entered 10 values. In our example, 30 values needed. But for the sake of our learning, it is a learning process. Then I have only included 10 values, 10 respondents. Then course may be 1, 2, 3, then 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, then 3, no problem, 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. The time taken to solve the spreadsheet program, it is calculated in minutes: 78, 45, 25, 88, 86, 89, 54, 56, 58, and 24. Then analyze. Please type analyze. Compare means, then one-way ANOVA. Then the one-way ANOVA platform asks you which is the dependent variable. Then time is the dependent variable. Then which is the independent variable. Another name is factor, that is cause. Then you need not do nothing. Please type options, then click descriptive, then continue, then OK. Then you will get result. I have already got the result. Stop share. Share. Okay. I have, sorry, stop share. Share. Okay. Then I have got the result. Descriptive table. Yes, it is important, but interpretation is based on ANOVA table. You can see SIG value, that is 0.002. SIG value, P value, that is 0.002. That value is less than 0.05. That is our level of significance. Then the researcher can interpret that. Otherwise, the researcher can reject the null hypothesis. That means here, the researcher can reject the null hypothesis and accept the alternative hypothesis. That means here there is a statistically significant difference among the group means being compared. That means there is a statistically significant difference among the beginner course, intermediate course, and advanced course. This explanation to one-way ANOVA. Certainly, on tomorrow, we may discuss about two-way ANOVA. Okay. From Monday onwards, we'll start week 2. I may publish the week 2 syllabus in the LMS platform. But certainly, there are certain topics in week 1 remaining. Then Monday onwards, I will give one recorded video related to week 2 and one recorded video related to week 1. Whenever we will have completed week 1 syllabus completely, then we will start week 2. Certainly we may start week 2 from Monday onwards, but whenever week 1 videos completed, we will continue week 2 only. Okay. I am your course coordinator, Dr. Shivakumar Ray, FCMA, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Sri Nilakanta Government Sanskrit College, Pattambi, Palakkad District, Kerala. I am a fellow member of the Institute of Coast Accounts of India. Besides, I am approved PhD guide of the Calicut University. Okay, thank you. Stop share.